Fits nice and flat. Perfect. It doesn't touch it at all. Okay, now that we got the inverter installed, or bolted down in this case, I'm gonna remove the spare tire. We gotta figure out where we're gonna route the wires, all right? So what I'm going off of is we gotta get from here, all right? All right, the red has to go here, all right, and the negative has to go here, okay? Let's take these off. So there's a couple things we can do. I've already messed around with this battery, so all right, so that's how you remove the terminal. It looks like we're gonna put it right here. All right, this looks like, man, there's not a lot of space for that 2-gauge wire. Man, that 2-gauge wire is ginormous, guys. I'm telling you. We may have to modify this little cover a little bit. All right, it's not a big deal. It's under there. You know, no stuff's not gonna touch it. Don't worry. Okay, and then it looks like we got to go here for the negative. Okay. Cool. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna run the positive underneath the spare. All right, straight line, the shortest route. So we're gonna run the positive all the way here, and then probably around this fuse box up in here, and then right here. Okay. And then yeah, we need a fuse. Oh yeah, we do need the fuse. We'll probably put the fuse right here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, maybe it'd be better to go this way. I'm not sure. That's a good question. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the fuse right here. Let's put the fuse right here. So positive will go under here, and we'll go through here. There'll be a fuse right here, right next to this fuse box. Then the wire will go underneath here. See my hand? Okay, it's gonna go under here and then connect right here. All right, for the positive. For the negative, I think we're gonna go, since the negative is on the opposite side of the battery right here, we're gonna go this way, all right, and then we're gonna go down here, all right, where this trailer wiring is going, and underneath here, or maybe underneath this right here, all right, and then we're gonna run it all the way out here, and then connect it right here, maybe. I'll make sure to add an extra 3 inches or something. All right, 3 inches of thing to it. All right. Okay, so yeah, that's the hardest part. I'm figuring how to wire this. So let me go take the spare tire out. Okay, so what it looks like we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the we're gonna run the positive in this little valley here, all right, or a trench down here underneath the support for the spare tire. Okay, and then we're gonna run it this way and then up around the fuse box, and then the fuse will be here. Yeah, it's a great place to put a fuse right next to the fuse box, so it makes sense, right? And then we're gonna run it in here, okay? So this guy, right? I'm planning to just put it right here. Oh boy, does not fit so well though. It's a tight fit, guys. It's a tight fit, but we can do it, all right? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. You know what? I could just screw this onto here, couldn't I? No, I'm just going to cut. What am I going to do? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I think we're just going to put it in there. All right. I'm not going to bolt it down to anything. Just like right there. All right. The thing is, like, you have to have access to a switch. All right. So if this thing blows, all right. So this is on, and then that's off right there. Okay, so if it blows, this thing is going to open like that, right? So you kind of don't want anything around there. That's what I say. All right, but we'll figure it out when we get it on there. All right, but it's going to be like that. All right, so okay, so I'm going to do my first positive run to the fuse right here. All right, I think the more critical one is going to the battery. All right, so okay, I'm going to connect it to the inverter now. So I've already made this end, all right? This is the 5/16 end. me get the little nut. Okay, I think it's going to be something like that. All right, it's going to look something like that. So let's see. All right, so we're going to run this down in this valley here. And worry it's not really connected to anything. It's powered right now. This wire is heavy, man. 2 gauge. This is 2 gauge, right? Yep. Number 2. It's going to be something like that. Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably want to cut it. Probably want a little bit loose. Probably want to cut it like right here or something, alright? So that's where I'm going to cut it. I'm going to mark it with my fingernail. Alright, look at the cable cutters. Alright, excited. It's my first time I'm going to use these guys. So we're going to cut it right here, right? Okay. Oh, wow, man, that cut it like a piece of cake. Man, I struggled cutting this stuff before. Alright, but that was like a 1-off. Okay, so that's done. So, and then we just need to strip this and put this in here. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so we need to strip this and put this in here, alright? So, let's take this out. So, actually, I don't think the 2 gauge wire fits in this. Let me see. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, oh, it does. It barely, barely fits. Nice. Okay, but I don't know if it's how well it'll fit in here. Okay, so looks like we got to cut that much, a little bit more than what we need. How much does this stick out? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna strip this right around here. Okay. Okay. Did you get it? There we go. Ah, this tool's awesome. Totally worth the money. Didn't cut it all the way though. Let me get a knife. He's America, they don't work the cutter enough, so it's fine. Oops, I cut some of the wires off. It's okay. I don't think all the wires will fit in there anyways. So. Okay. And this is going to go in here. I want to get the Allen wrench. Okay, this uses a 3mm. I'm going to just take this little ring out because I think that's for like smaller wires maybe. Oh, I see how it works. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's for. I think it's just for if you're putting a small wire in. Okay, where this whole thing fits in here, guys. There you go. Okay. Oops, I forgot to put this in. Nope, doesn't fit. Okay, hold on. First, you want to put this in. Okay. Make sure no wires are sticking out. Okay, I'm just kind of guessing where I'm going to put it, but I think it should be fine. Ah, I got it in there good the first time, man. I don't know what happened. Okay, make sure it's in there nice and tight. Okay, close. Okay, perfect. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. Okay, I got the wire in there. I think it did made it a little too long. So the thing about this wire, it's really thick and it's hard to work with. All right, so it's kind of has to be the perfect size. Okay. Fortunately, I have extra wire to work with just in case I mess up, but I think this will work. That'll work. Okay, so now what we're gonna do next is run the from the fuse to the battery. All right, so not very long. Okay. So yeah, you want the fuse closer to the battery is what I heard, as close to the battery as possible, and you want to have the wiring as short as possible also. Okay, but this is what we got to work with. Okay, so there, that's going to connect to that, and then this has to connect to this. So let me pull this out. Figure out where we're going to cut it. Okay. So make sure that's going there. Probably right here. Okay, I'm guessing somewhere around there. It's always good to have a little bit more. Okay. Here we're going to cut this. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to put a okay, so I got one of my 3/8 terminals. Alright, notice that the hole is much bigger. Alright. Okay, I just checked, and the 5/16 terminal, it fits the battery perfectly too. Alright. So it's going to go right here, okay? So we're just going to take this nut off and put it in there. There's not going to be a lot left sticking out of that, alright? So we're going to use the 5/16 terminal instead. Okay, we're going to go strip this so we can get this in here. Probably right around here-ish. Somewhere right there. Okay. Okay. I might want to bring the blade, make the blade go in more. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Man, that might be too much. Nope, just right. Okay, let's go crimp that. I'm going to be using the hammer lug crimper to crimp it, with my my 20-ton press here. Okay. 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 It's stuck. So, hold on, let me get a hammer. Okay, I got it off. Oh, it's stuck on the on the thing. There we go. All right, that looks smashed pretty well. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go put a heat shrink tubing on it. Okay, I'm gonna put this heat shrink tubing on this. Okay. All right, and our wire is done. Cool. Okay, so I have this one to go off of. I know how much to strip. Right around there is how much I stripped the other one. So we're gonna reuse that. Somewhere around here. Sure you do it a lot. 20 times or something. Okay. Man, it's not cutting it very well, is it? Didn't even cut the jacket this time. Okay. It's fine if I cut a little bit of it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see if this fits. Let's get it in there. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, fuse is on there. I'm gonna disconnect this, and then go run it. We'll run it, but I won't connect it yet. All right, we'll wait till we do the other one. Put this here. Okay. I'm gonna run it through here. Okay, and it's going to go something like that. All right, and it's going to connect somewhere right there, okay? And we'll make the final connection when we get the other one done. All right, okay, so let's do the negative wire now. I got the negative wire here. And so we're going to run the negative around here. So to do that, let's get this stuff out of the way. Let me get all this stuff. Okay, you got the positive here. It's just going to go down here. Yeah, we're just going to run it down here. It's no big deal. Okay, this one's going to be kind of annoying. You know what? Maybe we could go the same way. Yeah, let's go under here, but we're gonna go the other way. So, all right. So what I think we're gonna do, since the wires, it's so convenient. The wires come out this way. We're gonna go underneath here. All right, and then we're gonna go underneath here. All right, and then or we could just go down this way. We'll go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way. We'll go here, and then we'll go up under here. All right, under this plastic thing. Or we can go under here also too, but I will figure it out. Okay, maybe we'll go down here like that. Okay. This one you got a lot more freedom to move stuff. That's what I say, alright. Okay, where's my cutters? Alright. Okay, I got my big cable cutters here. And we're gonna just go just right over the battery, I guess. Right over the terminal. Right here. Looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna cut like right here. Okay, maybe let me add 1/2 inch just in case. All right, it's okay for this one. This one, you got more freedom to think. I'm gonna cut it. Okay, now we're gonna go put an end on this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and strip this wire. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, you gotta go both directions. That's why. That's why I haven't been able to cut it very well. Okay, let's just stick it in here. Is that good? Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe I want a little more. It's okay. We'll do it here on the base. Okay. All right, here we go. The last crimp. Okay, I just do it until like I can't like really move it all that much. Okay, it's good. It's on there. Okay, just gonna put some shrink tubing over this, make it look pretty. Okay. All right, let's go connect it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna make sure is that the switch isn't on. All right, the fuse is not on. All right, so see this is up. When this is like that, it's connected. All right, when it's like that, it's not connected. Okay, so make sure it's not connected. Now we're gonna connect it. Okay. Okay, here we go. So make sure. I know. The bitches use a ratchet instead. Okay, I'm gonna use a ratchet here with a 12mm. Okay. I think it should be fine to disconnect it, as long as you don't move any wires off of it. Okay, remember this is the positive, right? Yeah, the red was on there, alright, so okay, we're gonna connect this. It's connected, but it's not connected, alright guys, because the fuse is thing. Alright, so be careful not to have the wrench touch anything, because you're on the positive, you could short it out on something. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the black wire to the inverter. I'm gonna run it under here. Okay, then we're gonna run it under here. This one is okay to touch on stuff because it's the black. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this terminal here. Oh boy. Okay. Go ahead and connect it right here. Wow, fits perfectly. Awesome. I'm gonna try to not let it touch any. I know the insulation is pretty thick on this, but vibrations and stuff, right, could cut it over time. Another thing we could do is go around the battery and maybe go this way, but I think just going over the top of the battery is fine. When it's time to change this battery, you're just gonna have to disconnect this. Okay, it's on there. Yeah, make sure it's tight. Okay. All right, and I think that should be it. So I'm gonna go close this. All right, that should give it power. I think you have to hit this. Oh, there we go. There you go. Okay, it works. All right, 12.3 volts. How does it turn on? Oh, you have to hold it down for a little bit. Okay. To turn it off, you just gotta press it once. Okay. All right, there we go. It's installed. So now the next thing we need to do is run a ground wire. All right, let me go figure that out. All right, and then I gotta put all this stuff back in. So we're done with all this extra wiring. All right, I got extra wire for another project. Yahoo! All right. Oh yeah, we got to put this cover back on. I don't think we're gonna put this cover back on. How does it go? Oh, it goes the other way. Yeah. You know, if we bent it, we could do that. Because this one is bent, but I think that's how it's gonna go on there, guys. Yeah, so this is supposed to go in here like this, but it doesn't fit, so I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna put that on there like that. All right, that way you kind of know which one it is. What I'll do is I'll put a piece of electrical tape over this. All right, or I'll just zip tie it on there. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll zip tie it. Okay, and then that way you'll know which one is the positive and which one's the negative. All right. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna use is this right here. All right, there's a bolt right here. Piece of cake. All right. So what I did is I peeled off this panel right here. All right, this is normally covering this. Oh yeah, it's actually kind of hard to get to. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the booty, man. What about underneath here? Is there anything in there? Yeah, if I could take this out. Like, this is loose already. Let me see what's under here. All right. The only thing is I don't want the wire to be hard to take out. All right. Well, I guess you could just disconnect it from here. It's not a big deal. So, but yeah, let me see. That'll work. There's a bolt right here. This will work as a ground. I need to use a big ring terminal, but yeah, we can come in through here, disconnect it here, and then if I ever want to take it out, it's as simple as just removing this panel, right? You just peel this off, poof, like that. Okay. Comes out. It's held in by this clips right here. Okay. Or we can use this here. All right, but that's kind of far up there. I don't want to go that far if I don't have to, type of thing. All right. Yeah, let's see if we can use this. Or we can. I know there's one back here. That's because that's the one I use for this trailer wiring. We could probably use that also, but is this open? Nope. Oh yeah, this whole trim. It's connected to the whole trim panel. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this. So I'll go make it and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so according to the manual, you've got to use a 14 gauge or thicker wire. Okay, and I think this is more like a 12 gauge right here, so that's fine. So I just found this lying around, and then so I took that bolt out, the one that I was talking about, right here out. I'm gonna put it back in. What is that for? Oh, it's for some kind of bracket. Oh, it's for this bracket right here. Okay, well that'll be perfect. Okay, and so I've got these ring terminals. All right, I have a little ring terminal kit. I'll put a link in the description where I got these from. Okay, so that's gonna go right there, and then this is gonna go right here. Okay, this is the nut for it, and this is gonna go right here. Okay, maybe I can get a tighter one than that. Let's see. I mean, that'll work right there. Okay. Yep, that's literally the smallest one I got. Okay, so that'll have to work. All right, and we don't have to insulate it or anything. It's a ground, okay, guys? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've already cut the wire to the length that I think I need, and then I'm gonna go make this wire. All right, so. All right, crimping time, crimping time. It's a really thick wire. This might be a little overkill for our ground. Oh my god, it's stuck. Okay, there we go. We got our ground wire made. Okay, we're gonna go connect the first part right here. Not sure, do you want it between all this stuff? Not sure how this goes. Maybe one goes in here. He's got these serrated washers. Thumb screw right here. Something tells me there's supposed to be a piece of plastic over this, but it's gone now. Okay, I want to point that downward. It's out of the thing's way. Okay, we're gonna route this down here. Okay. Okay, I don't want to pinch these other wires. I just make it have some trailer wiring going on here. Okay. Alright, ground wire is connected. And I just want to tuck this into here as much as I can. Okay, and it looks good. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I close everything up. Alright, I'm going to get some pliers and tighten this more. It's hella loose, man. Okay, we'll figure that out. Alright, so there you go. So there's the positive to the fuse, to the terminal, and then this is the negative right here, okay? And it goes to the negative right there. Alright, and then we just put the so we're all done with that. I'll put a zip tie around here. Just gonna put a zip tie around this and the cable. Okay, that's just heavy the way it's gonna be. What you could do is you could bend the terminal downward so you can still put that thing in there, but good luck, man. That's a really thick wire. So, all right. So is it really touching anything? No, not really. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. All right, so there's the negative, there's the positive. That's just gonna hang out right there. So it's not the nicest of installs, is what I want to say, but like, hey, it'll do the job. All right, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the battery lid back on. Okay, in the future I might go make some outlets right here, okay, but I think I'm good for today, man. Okay, so it just goes on there like that. I'm surprised how. Okay, yeah, okay, now we're gonna just start putting everything back together. So I took this out so I can get access to the ground wire. So now you can't see it. Alright, it's pretty cool. Alright, so the ground wire is just hiding back there. Should we put one of those serrated nuts in there? Yeah, maybe, but I think it'll be fine. I don't think this is painted, is it? It's painted with something. Yeah, probably should have. Alright, but the bolt, it's touching the bolt, and the bolt is touching the thread, so I think it should be fine. Okay, before I put everything back in, let's just do a quick test. So to turn this on, you just got to hold it down and let go. Turn on. Alright, it says it's 12.3 volts in the battery. That's not very good. It should be like 12.6, right? Okay, it looks like it cycles between voltage and output and watts, but there's nothing connected right now. Okay, and then to turn it off, you just press the button. There's a USB outlet here also, so that will work for now. All right, so I'm gonna start putting everything back in, and then I will do the outlet tomorrow. Okay. Okay, this foamy thing, yeah, so you can see it's sitting on the wire right here. You just gotta make sure it's not sitting on the wire. Right, I've got the black wire going inside it actually. So if you squish the wire, it's not a big deal, man. These wires are like super duper strong, man. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go test this out real quick, just to see if it works. I got almost everything back in, and then I will install the outlet tomorrow because I ran out of daylight, as you can see. But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the vehicle on. All right. So I highly recommend that you operate this when it's on the on position. All right. So we're gonna hold this down and let go. It should turn on. All right, it says it's 14.3 volts coming in. If you remember correctly, there was only like 12.1 volts before, okay? And then we're gonna connect, I'm gonna connect a heat gun to it, all right? This eats up a lot of power, so it could be a good test here, all right? So we're gonna run it on low. All right, it says 140 watts. That's what it's saying right there. All right, 13.8. Okay, now I'm gonna put on high. Oh, it's like 1,000 watts almost it eats up. Okay, 1.14 kilowatts. It's pretty much maxed out. All right, so it has just enough power to run this heat gun. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna shut it off. Okay, you can see the load go down to 0. All right, so that's kind of cool. The little gauge, it flashes between kilowatts and watts and volts. Okay, so you can see we're back to 14.2. When I turn it on, you'll see that go up to about 1,000, and the voltage goes down to 13. Okay, so it needs like 12 volts. Yeah, it needs more than 12 volts to run, guys. So you have to have the thing on. Also, you can hear the fan on the inverter turn on. Yeah, it's working hard. So okay. So that's another thing. You have to have good ventilation when you use this. Okay. I think it'll be okay underneath here. All right, but if you're going to use it for long periods of time, I would crack this cover open. All right, that way you can get some air in there. All right, but so you want it like this. All right. It's okay to put, maybe it's okay to put stuff here. Okay, but don't put anything here. all right, because there's a fan here, and then try not to put anything here because there's an exhaust. All right, there's an exhaust and an intake for the fan. All right, so it blows air through the unit. Is what, or it sucks it through the unit. One of the two. Okay, so it works. All right, so in the next clip we'll go install the outlet. All right. But yeah, you could just use it like this if you want to, all right? But you're gonna have to have the trunk, you have to have the back open, all right? And you have to have the cover open a little bit so you can plug something in there, right? And then you also have to hit the button in there to turn it on, all right? We do have that remote switch, and I could install it somewhere, but for now, I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off. Or yeah, let's do this. Let's turn it on. See, it says 14.2. And we're going to turn the vehicle off. Okay, if you remember correctly, it said 14.2, and it should say 12 something now. All right, no, it's 13.3. Well, it's lower than 14, all right? It's probably settled back down to 12 something. Okay, I've had the car open for a while, so maybe the voltage of the battery's going on. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that when you use this, the vehicle is on, all right? Because you'll drain your battery, all right? And then your vehicle won't start. All right, it'll get mad at you. Okay, so that's it for now. All right, here's what we got. Okay, so if you remember the tool holder, all right, for all your spare tire tools, all right, we can't use that anymore because the inverter lives there now. So what I've done is I put it in this Mitsubishi spare tire tools holder thingy. All right, here you can probably get one at a junkyard, or just get some kind of bag. All right. And then you can put that somewhere in here, right? Maybe right over here, right? It's perfect. Awesome. Okay, it's right next to where the jack is and everything. Looks good. Okay. So they sure take up a lot less space inside of a bag. Okay. And then we still have all this space right here. I got some space here. So there's still a little more space there. And yeah, I know Hazemaker has a lot of junk in here. So okay. What I might want to do is maybe put a rag at the end of that, so if it doesn't rattle on anything. All right. Okay. So yeah, there it is. So that's what we do with those tools. So just put them somewhere else. All right. You might be able to put one of it in, a couple of them in here too. The little cubby here. Yeah, in fact, that's where we could put them. That's probably a better place to put them. Yeah, right here. Perfect. There's only one that doesn't fit. It's just freaking the one with the hook, man. The one with the hook sucks, dude. It doesn't fit in here, and it doesn't fit in here. Oh, what are we gonna do with you, bro? It's always just a little bit. Oh, you know what we can do it with it? Just stick it right here. So this is a spare. This is the jack right here. We'll just put it right here. Perfect. All right, and then now this will fit in here nicely. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, and then that fits in there nicely, and I have my spare EVSE in here and some other knickknacks. Okay, cool. So I might try to find a bag for that or something so it doesn't rub on the jack so much. But yeah, I think that'll work.